Howdy folks, Grebner here, Grebner Outdoors. Now I'd like to talk to you guys about something that seems pretty standard to me, but some of you might not know about it or think about it. This is a Duke's #1 long spring steel leg hold trap. Now, in my opinion, survivalism involves a lot of bushcraft and living the mountain man lifestyle, or the capability to live a mountain man-esque lifestyle. A lot of people think of guns, knives, yada yada yada, but the simple fact of the matter is traps work while you're not working. This trap, even though it is a long spring, folds up very compactly, weighs next to nothing, and can easily be stowed in a possibles bag at the bottom. Easily carry multiples of this, that if you're forced to leave, you have a way to feed yourself while you're not working for the calories. Now granted, there'd be some knowledge involved in where you would actually set the trap and such, but if you don't have it, you can't do it. I also advocate having snare wire in a possibles bag, but these Duke #1s, long springs, they're like $8 at a sporting goods store in the varmint hunting department. Here I have a carabiner. Why do I have a carabiner? So that I can anchor my trap around the base of a root, or I can loop it over a sapling. Where would you set this? Well, a rabbit run, a squirrel tree around the roots at the base, or let's say we're talking urban survival. Well, I'd set it underneath a dumpster and hook this to the wheel, and you know what? If I'm in an urban survival situation, I'll go book a Eli and eat a cat in a heartbeat. Anyways, going to show you how to set it, explain some of the parts on here. But with as compact as this folds up, and as lightweight as it actually is, the potential for actually having this help you in a survival situation, saving you the trouble of not having to build traps yourself, I think it's a no-brainer to have a couple of these in your possibles bag. So this is the Duke #1 long spring up close. Here is the trigger bar. Here is the trigger pan. We have the jaws. We have the spring. We have the trap base. We have the chain. And we have the anchor. Another reason why I have a carabiner on this particular trap is so that I can hook it, or I can loop this over a sapling. This in here is metal, and if you tried tying this down with 550, if you get an animal in here and it starts struggling, it's going to cut that 550 and you're going to lose your survival implement. So how do you go about setting one of these? You can either step the spring with your hand, but I prefer to do it with my boot. Step the spring, pull out this away. Always work underneath the jaws, never work between the jaws. So push that jaw down, flip the trigger bar over, lift up the trigger pan, undepress the spring, and so now you see that the trap is practically set. Now you can take a stick and push this other jaw over, and the trap is set. Obviously, it goes without saying that you would want to have your trap anchored to begin with. So let's say we've got it set in a rabbit run or at the base of a squirrel tree. Comes in, and it is now caught. If you're going to lay a trap, it's your responsibility to make sure that you don't lose your game, lose your meal. Dispatch the animal as humanely as you possibly can in the situation, then depress the spring, remove the animal, reset the trap, and go about the business of your survival meal. So I hope this video has been literally some food for thought on what to throw in a possibles bag. Couldn't hurt to have 2-3 of these in there. As always, God bless all my sportsmen of America. Join the NRA to protect our rights. Please check out my friends over at legallyconcealed.org. Thank you very much to those of you involved in law enforcement and those of you serving in the military. And thanks for watching Texas Grebner Outdoors.